Hello and welcome to Living Life Naturally. I'm your host, Lynn Wadsworth, a board certified holistic health practitioner and a certified wellness cooking instructor, and I'm here to help you walk in your own truth as you enter into this new and exciting season of life. So here on the podcast, we explore everything that helps you thrive, not just survive, in this powerful season of life. We talk about natural, holistic solutions for your health, your hormones, your energy, and your mindset, because midlife isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning of an entirely new chapter. So before we dive into today's conversation, I'd love to invite you ladies to come and join me in my free Facebook community, the Energized Healthy Women's Club. It's a beautiful space where I share weekly tips, strategies, and inspiration to help you boost your health, vitality, and well-being in natural, practical ways. So grab your favorite cup of tea, get cozy, and let's get into today's episode. Hello, ladies, and welcome back to the Tea and Truth series. I have my cup of tea here. My cup of tea is strong and warming, and I just love my cup of tea. I'm sure that's not too hard for you to think about since I am British. So I want to welcome you back to Tea and Truth. It is a great series to give you some teaching on how you can thrive, shine, and own your midlife. So if we were sitting together in person, I'd probably say, let's take a deep breath and settle in. Because what we're diving into today is one of the most real, raw, and transformative journeys women go through: perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. So let's be honest here. There's a lot of noise out there about this stage of life. Some of it's absolutely fear-driven. Some of it is just misinformation. And a lot of it leaves us women feeling like our best days are just behind us. But sweet ladies, let me tell you something straight from my heart. That is not the truth. So this isn't going to be some dry clinical talk full of medical jargon. No, this is about real life, about you, about me, about every woman who has ever thought, what's happening to my body? Why do I feel like I don't recognize myself anymore? Or am I losing my spark? Or am I actually stepping into something new? I like to call this the Midlife Awakening. Yes, it comes with challenges, but there are messy moments that you'll probably notice. But there's also an unbelievable opportunity for you to reclaim your energy, your confidence, and your voice in ways you may never have before. So grab that tea and let's chat like girlfriends, because you deserve to know the truth about what's happening to you, and more importantly, what's possible for you. So let's start with perimenopause. It's often that sneaky stage that takes us by surprise. It can start as early as your late 30s or early 40s. And this is when your hormones, and especially estrogen and progesterone, begin to fluctuate instead of staying at a predictable cycle. And when your hormones shift, you probably noticed everything shifts. So you might notice things like your cycles changing, shorter, longer, heavier, lighter. Then there's the hot flashes or night sweats creeping in. Even mood swings that feel like emotional whiplash. And I'm laughing because I've certainly experienced those myself. And then this one was the hardest for me, that brain fog that makes you forget what you were even doing, even if it was just 10 seconds ago. And I'd love to know if that's happened to you as well. I'll never forget the first time I realized something was different. I was standing in the grocery store, staring at the shelves, and I just couldn't remember why I was there. I mean, not even a clue. So I laughed it off at first, but deep down I thought, oh no, am I losing it? But here's the truth. Nothing was wrong with me. My body was simply shifting into a new season. The problem is that so many women in perimenopause are told you're too long, too young, it's just stress, or the best one, it's all in your head. And that can really leave you questioning yourself, doubting your own intuition. But here's my reminder to you: trust yourself. You know your body better than anyone. If something feels different, it is different. And just acknowledging that is the first step to supporting yourself. So here's a tip for you for perimenopause. And I've said it before, start tracking your symptoms. Write down your cycle patterns, your moods, your sleep, your energy levels, because over time you'll see the patterns that help you recognize and normalize what's happening. So let's get clear. Menopause itself is just one day. It's the last day you hit 12 months without a period. That's it, one single milestone. But culturally, we use the word menopause to describe the whole messy in between journey. And here's where things can get tough. The symptoms are real: hot flashes, insomnia, weight shifts, mood changes, but the emotional layer is just as heavy and probably most of the time even heavier. Now, we live in a culture that tells women that we lose value as we age, that our beauty fades, that we become invisible. And when you're already feeling uncomfortable in your own skin, messages like that can feel like daggers. So let me tell you, this is something I want you to write down on your mirror if you have to. Menopause is not the end, it's a doorway to freedom from cycles, freedom from pleasing everyone, freedom to start asking, who am I really? What do I want now? So many women describe this time as a crisis, but I want to reframe that for you. Crisis doesn't mean failure. Crisis just simply means change. And change, while it can be uncomfortable, it's often the very thing that wakes us up to our deepest power. So I'd love for you to reflect on this question. What if menopause isn't the loss of something, but the beginning of something bigger? What if this is your permission slip to live differently? And so then what about life after the transition? And here's the good news. Your body does find a new baseline. Your hormones settle and things stabilize. So yes, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, you'll still want to support your body with things like bone health, heart health, and energy, but it's not a downhill slide. It's simply a season of renewal. Now, many women describe this as a second bloom, and I love that. A time of clarity, of courage, of not caring what people think as much as you once did. It's a season where you can unapologetically live life on your own terms. Now, one of my clients once said to me, I feel like I've been given a second chance. It's like I'm blooming again, just in a different way. Now, isn't that beautiful? That's post-menopause at its best. Freedom, clarity, and possibility. So I want to give you a tip for post-menopause. Keep investing in your long-term vitality, strength training for your bones, nourishing foods for your heart, stress reduction for your mind. You're not just maintaining, ladies, you're thriving. So here's the truth for us. Midlife often comes with a storm. Hormone shifting, kids leaving home, aging parents needing care, careers shifting, relationship shifting, and body image struggles. So if you feel like everything is unraveling all at once, listen to this carefully. Stay with me here. What if the unraveling is necessary so you can be rewoven into the woman you were always meant to be? This, my friend, is the awakening. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, but it's also where empowerment begins. And here's a few ways to embrace this powerful awakening. Listen to your body. Symptoms are not the enemy, they're signals, just signals. Then reframe the narrative. Menopause isn't an ending, it's a transformation. You are going through those butterfly transformations, so to speak, from the very beginning to when you come out as a beautiful butterfly. And then invest in self-care like it matters, because it does. Nutrition, movement, sleep, stress relief, these are acts of empowerment. Then find your voice, say no more often, and say yes to something you always wanted to try. Start those things you've been putting off. And then, ladies, seek community. Walking this journey with other women makes it lighter and more meaningful. So I want you to write down one belief that you've carried about menopause that has felt heavy or limiting. And now flip it. What if the opposite is true? So before we close, let's bust a few of the biggest myths that women get stuck in. Number one, menopause means you're no longer feminine or attractive. But listen, the truth is your worth, beauty, and vitality do not have an expiration date. In fact, this is often the season you're most magnetic because you're living authentically. And number two, weight gain is inevitable. We hear that one all the time. But ladies, the truth is hormonal changes shift metabolism. But with the right nutrition, movement, and mindset, you can absolutely feel strong, energized, and comfortable in your body. Then number three, it's all downhill from here. But the truth is that midlife is the beginning of a whole new chapter, one full of freedom, clarity, and choice. And the last one I want to share with you, the myth is that you just have to tough it out. But the truth is you do not. Support, tools, and holistic approaches can make this transition smoother and even empowering. So as we wrap this up, I want you to remember this. Perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause are not the end of your story. They're simply chapters, and each one carries an invitation for you to grow, to heal, and to step into empowerment like never before. You are not less, you are not fading, you are awakening. Now, if you want a safe, supportive place to walk this journey with other women who truly get it, I'd love to invite you to join my Energized Healthy Women's Club on Facebook. It's a warm, encouraging space where we share tips, encouragement, and real talk about midlife and beyond. And because you don't have to do this alone, and when the women join together and walk this journey together, that's when the real magic happens. So check the show notes below and I'll have the link in there. So before I sign off, I want to encourage you to give yourself space to breathe deeply, sip your tea slowly, and trust the wisdom of your body. Keep choosing yourself, mind, body, and soul. You are worthy of the care and attention you so freely give to others. So until next time, have an amazing week, ladies. And remember, you are worth it. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today on the Living Life Naturally podcast. I really hope you enjoyed today's conversation and that it inspired you, encouraged you, and reminded you that midlife isn't something to endure, it's a season to embrace. So if you enjoyed this episode, would you do me a huge favor? Please take a minute to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop. So until next time, ladies, remember, you are strong, you are wise, and you are just getting started. Take care of yourself because you are so worth it.